How did you feel about the offensive rhythm and what you guys were trying to pick up as the game started and trying to figure that out as the game went on?
We had some plays, but we had momentum, and then there was some plays that we would lose it on. I mean, self-inflicted wounds. We had flags, of course, but, like, other than that, it's got to be better.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your main man, Boys Fly, coming at you with another video. So, as you can see from the intro, CeeDee Lamb was not happy with what went down Sunday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Basically, essentially calling out the offensive scheme, calling out the offensive plays, and basically calling out Jerry's guy, right? Talking about how self-inflicting wounds, yeah, they had penalties, but it's mainly the play calling, right? I mean, you go, what, 2 for 6 or 2 for 7 or some shit like that with 29 yards? And it's being force-fed you because you're not getting open because the team, the defensive team knows exactly what you're doing? And Jerry's response to that is they knew what they were doing. The other team knew what the Cowboys were doing in the 90s. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. The other teams had no idea what plays you were running in the 90s. No. Because there's no way Norv Turner is the equivalent, or I should say Kellen Moore is the equivalent of Norv Turner. Completely different offenses and completely different OCs, with Norv Turner being a lot better than what Kellen Moore is right now. Hell, you even have the coach throwing Kellen Moore under the bus, basically saying this isn't my game plan. Not my game plan, but this isn't the kind of offense I would run, so I don't know what's going on. To saying that Kellen Moore needs to be a lot smarter. But you have Stephen Jones going on to, what is it, 105.3 The Fan, and basically saying CeeDee Lamb needs to step up and be the number one wide receiver that we know he can be. And Jerry Jones essentially doing the same thing. After CeeDee Lamb came out with that, during his post-game interview, talking about how the offense basically was horrible and was trash. No way is Jerry, and this is what y'all gotta understand. No way in hell is Jerry Jones gonna lay blame to any of his self-chosen people. Not one. Mike McCarthy, aside from the head coach, because let's remember, when Mike McCarthy came in, it was, you can pick anyone you want, but my one condition is you need to keep Kellen Moore as the OC. That's it. Or as a member of the staff. That was the only condition. And guess what? He's an offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. His game plans suck because he can't scheme to save his fucking life. And yet Jerry Jones is going to blame everyone else but his dude. Remember, Jason Garrett was picked, right? Jason Garrett was picked, and he was the Dallas Cowboy coach for 10 years. We're 2 years into the Kellen Moore regime as offensive coordinator. That's why I said he has 8 more years. We have 8 more years of this shit. If Kellen Moore isn't promoted to head coach or some shit like that. Remember, Jerry does not blame his guys that he handpicks. Which is why CeeDee Lamb, who, if you scheme correctly, can be a number one wide receiver. He can. But yet, Jerry and Steven are going to get people to think that he can't because of his lack of production. And that's very sad. When your owners are so arrogant, they're both narcissists, right? Since both these guys are so like I said, blatantly arrogant about making, making other ones be the fault instead of them looking at themselves and saying, look, we fucked up. We've been messing up. It's time to fix it. Look, Jerry Jones has already said he's not going to sell the team. If it's at that point already to where after 26 years and fans are finally fed up and we're talking about Jerry needs to sell the team and he's not going to, this is... It's looming. And to be honest with you, I don't care. I don't care if he sells the team or not. Because guess what? I'm a Dallas Cowboy no matter who is the owner, no matter who the quarterback is, no matter who these wide receivers are. I'm a fan of the star. Like MCF says, my Cowboys family says, star over everything. And that's what it is. That's what this is. Shout out to them, by the way. But the Cowboys, the front office, is already making CeeDee Lamb the scapegoat for the lack of play. Talking about how the wide receivers and the quarterback go hand in hand, no shit. And that CeeDee Lamb needs to do better. No, you just jacked up this roster for whatever your reasons may be, and then wanted to lie to the people thinking that you did something good and you put out a good product when everyone knows you fucking didn't. It's so sad that we've come to this point in our organization. And whether I think that we are going to draft a quarterback next year or a wide receiver, because we're going to get after one of them. And if we do end up 1-15 or 1-16 or 0-17 or 2-15, 3-14, whatever it is, and we're a top 5 pick, Jerry Jones, let's not forget, Jerry Jones is going to pick some outlandish, crazy pick and try to sell us that was the correct pick. When you're going to have Van Dyke on the board and Anthony Richardson on the board. Even though I don't think these are the answers as far as was it C.J. Strauss or Bryce Young. To me, Cowboys need to draft a top quarterback in this year's draft. And I've already put my vote out there for which guy I want. Van Dyke's 2, Richardson's 1. And let them develop while we're still under this Dak contract. That's the only way that I think that the Cowboys can get out from under this as soon as possible. But making CeeDee Lamb the scapegoat, and I'm going to tell you right now, if things go the way they keep going and the Cowboys keep bashing, or the front office keeps bashing CeeDee Lamb, CeeDee Lamb isn't going to be here past his rookie contract. And that's not because the Cowboys don't want to keep him. It's because he knows what kind of organization this is. And then they're going to spin it to where it's all CeeDee Lamb's fault of why he didn't want to sign, when we all know the truth. But anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out. Peace.